Hey everybody, what's up? It is 7:59 Eastern. It's your friend James Shaw. Good to see you. Thank you for being here this morning, whether you're watching the recording or listening to the podcast version or watching the live stream on Facebook. We have been at about 1,000 people. We've been capacity on Zoom pretty much every day this week between that 7:45 to 7:50 range. And then I find out that people lose internet and they get popped off and can't get back on. So now that you're here watching or listening, thank you. You've made it. I'm super proud of you. You are loving Pipeline Power Week, which just brings me joy and happiness because when we designed it, it was all about filling up your pipeline so that you have a strong finish to the fourth quarter and a great start to the first quarter. I want 10 to 15% of your goal in the pipeline and even pending if you can do it by the time we get to the first of the year. And we've been looking at different ways. Monday was let's figure out what's already working for you and then figure out if you actually like doing those things and double down on the stuff that's working and that you like. That's what we talked about on Monday. In fact, James Clear must be listening to what we're doing inside of Pivot Shift Ahead. You know James Clear. He wrote Atomic Habits because he posted yesterday, a full day and a half after I said it. He posted on his Instagram. You don't have to be good at everything. You just need to double down on what you're naturally suited for. That's what we taught on Monday. If you want to see that quote, it's on my Instagram at James D. Shaw. So then yesterday we went in and said, now let's go get into flow with your raving fans. And we had some great ideas yesterday. We went really deep on it on the Inspire Collective call at noon Eastern. We even gave 100 different ways that you could connect with your VIPs. And then the first half of the call today, we heard from you about what you're doing. That's good stuff. Today we're going to do some social media and getting social on it. I'll talk about the kind of the four pillars that I think are important to help you create the right content. And then we'll talk about how to better connect. So we'll do that right now in just a minute. But first, a couple of Tell Me Something Goods. We're going to do three. Allison Brent, then Alicia, then Carrie Dobo. Allison Brent, good morning in Riverside.
Good morning. We are doubling down on what we do best. We are going to be great grandparents.
That's amazing.
I know. A little rough road. You can keep talking in your prayers. This is not the best situation, but you know what? We're going to have a little baby, and that baby is going to be loved.
No doubt about it. And you're the perfect people to be great grandparents. And so congratulations to you. And I know that you guys will get through this and it'll be an exciting time. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Alicia Marshall, good morning.
Good morning. I hosted Wagoween last Saturday, and it's a dog parade and costume contest. I got some help from Nicole Romanak last year, and this year I made it 10 times bigger. In fact, I had 36 dogs in the parade. I raised over $1,200, and I'm just tooting my own horn. It was amazing, and I'm proud of myself, and I got more people to add to my database.
I'm so proud of you. That's really good. Yeah, Nicole has this thing. She calls it Barktober, and you had another fun name for it, whatever it was. And we have a Wednesday webinar on that we did. I'm putting the link in the chat. I'm putting the link in the chat right now. Now, if you're not on a spot where you can access the chat, if you just go to jamesdshaw.com, click Agent Interviews, and literally just search the word bark. Just type bark. It'll be the first one that pops up if you want to do something like that. Good job, Alicia. Carrie Dobo, good morning in the ATL.
Good morning, James. Yesterday, Meg Dady came on our team meeting. She zoomed in from Chicago and did our teaching section and team meeting, and it was one of the best ones we've had in a long time. We got lots of texts thanking her, and so I just wanted to I don't even think she's on the call, but
she's not on this morning, but
you.
She'll watch the recording. And Meg Dady is a genius human being, and I'm so glad that you had her on. Good stuff. Carrie, thank you for sharing that. I love it. Hey, real quick reminder too, it's a Wednesday. Do you know what happens on Wednesday? We have found that Wednesday is the best day for a Wednesday webinar. So we're going to have one today, 2 o'clock Eastern time. And I'm interviewing Valerie Burton. This is her book right here, The Rules of Resilience, 10 Ways Successful People Get Better, Wiser, Stronger. Now, if you went to Elevate at Disney World, you got a copy of this book. Now, you had to order it. I emailed you the link to order it. I paid for the book. You had to pay for shipping because it just came out a couple of weeks ago. So if you're at Elevate at Disney, make sure you get your copy of this book, Rules of Resilience. Valerie was on the Today Show yesterday. Are you familiar with the Today Show with Bryant Gumbel and Katie Couric? I think they're still the hosts. They interviewed her yesterday, only 4 minutes. They gave her 4 minutes. I'm giving her 20. I'm giving her 20 in Pivot. So 2 o'clock Eastern today. Go to jamesdshaw.com/Wednesday webinar. jamesdshaw.com/Wednesday webinar. You can register. It'll be recorded. It'll be turned into the podcast. We'll give it to you every possible way that we can. So I hope that you'll enjoy that. I think that as we're in a tough market with challenging times, we've got to be resilient, and Valerie's the right person to talk to. All right, so let's get after it in our Pipeline Power Week today. You figured out what works for you and what you like. You have gotten strategic about how to get connected to your raving fans, because even just a small boost in that group can have a massive impact on your profit. These are the people that give you 80% of your referrals. And so now I want you to be able to expand your reach, and I want you to be able to connect with more people by leveraging social media to help you do it. And I think there's these kind of like 4 pillars on social media on how you stand out in a way to get leads. The point is leads. I love it that we get likes and follows and comments, and I look at that and track that too, and some stuff I post gets more likes and comments than others. And sometimes I find that actually the stuff that gets fewer likes and fewer comments actually has a bigger impact, because it brings people into our community. They see what's happening there and it brings them in the community. Sure, the funny stuff gets likes and comments, but the educational stuff I post brings more people into the community, and that's the point. So there's 4 kind of pillars of content that I came up with. You might have more. These are the 4 I came up with. Number 1 is market authority. Now, we spent a whole week talking about being the local market authority. That was about 2 weeks ago. So you can go back and listen to those. They're in Pivot. They're on YouTube. They're on the podcast about being the local market authority. But that's pillar number 1, using social media for you to be the local market authority. Market updates, pricing, stories about pricing. These position you as the one to be the go-to, especially when it comes to listings, if you're being the local market authority about what's happening in listings. Number 2 is they want to know you as a person. That's the second pillar. They want a personal connection with you. This is why I don't believe you need 2 accounts. Just put everything on one. That's my opinion. You get your personal account and you post some business and you post some personal. They want to know who you are. They share family moments with them. Talk about the community that you live in and why you love it, what your why is. And what this does is it reminds people that you're a human being, that you're authentic, and people want that. Number 3 is interactive engagement. Various polls, quizzes, guess the price. Maybe some of you are doing that. And this just gets people moving and gets your stuff to show up more. The one I did over the weekend, I guess some people think it's weird that I wear my sneakers on the beach. I don't go on my bare feet or wear my sandals. I wear sneakers and socks when I'm walking on the beach because I don't want the sand on my feet and in my toes. And I guess some people think that it's kind of weird. But I asked the question, and guess what? More people said it's okay than said it's weird. And that was fun. It was really, really great. So anyway, interactive engagement. Number 4 is storytelling. Success stories, stories of first-time, buyers, people that relocated to town, and these build credibility for you. So those are kind of the 4 pillars I came up with, that as you think of it, think of, all right, how can I be the local market authority this week? How can I create some personal connection this week? What can I do that would be interactive this week? And what's a story I could tell this week? Think about those 4 pieces. Now, Inspire members, today at noon Eastern, we're going to go much deeper on this, and we actually have a playbook of 100 social posts with captions, exactly what to put. Some of them are a Facebook post, some are an Instagram, some are all these different ideas, and you'll like some of them and won't like some of them, and that's fine. It's not about posting all of them, but we have 100 different ideas with captions and exactly what to post that I think would be really, really helpful. So I want you to think about, where does your stuff fall? Now, social is also not just about the post. It's social. And social's 2 ways. Posting is just half of it. We want to get into a flow. We want to get into a relationship. We want to engage with other people. And so when you think about your strategy and you go, all right, here's the 4 pillars. And again, you might have more than 4 pillars. I gave you what I think are 4 pillars. Here's my 4 pillars, and I'm going to have one of these post every day or every week. But then I'm also going to make sure that I'm commenting on other people's posts, that I'm sending a direct message to someone when they posted something that inspired me, or maybe they need some encouragement or something like that. That you actually move from social media to face to face because you see something they posted and you go, I'm going to call them. And you pick up the phone and call, hey, I saw this. Or then you share. Do you ever see a reel and you go, who could I share this reel to? And they get this DM in their thing and it's got a reel that just, hey, this made me think of you, or I thought this was funny and I thought you would like it. So set goals around the 4 pillars every week, but also I'm going to comment on so many people's posts. I'm going to DM this many people. I'm going to actually pick up the phone and call people inspired by what I saw in their post. Or I'm going to share a reel or an article or something like that that made me think of them. It's about having it both directions. Now, Inspire members, like I said, we'll go a lot deeper today, but I want to hear what's working for you right now. So I want you to raise your hand and tell me, do you have a pillar you want to add? Is there something that you've done recently that's impacting others? Are you doing DMs? Remember, we have social media DMs and community posts and all this stuff on the tracker. So Inspire members, what I love about that is you could have had a long day, get home, sit down on the couch and flip on Only Murders in the Building. And while you're doing that, have your phone out and DM people through social media. Now you're lead generating and doing something fun at the same time. So I want to hear what you're doing. Jennifer, we're going to start with you because I know this is a really, really, really important piece of your lead gen plan.
Good morning. So I wanted to say something that isn't really social media based, but I do that Mary Cheatham King newsletter every Thursday. It goes out at 4 o'clock. And if I don't put a piece in there about my world, like Jennifer's world, I know it's stupid and I hate doing it, but I don't get a 45 to 50 or 60% open rate on a weekly basis. I don't know what it is, but I feel like they need to know me. So it's pictures of my family, it's pictures of my dog, it's a little section of what I did. Like I went to this store, I went to this restaurant this week, I had ice cream. I know it sounds crazy, but they like that stuff. They really think that they get to know us. So I just wanted to point out that not only on social media do you have to be yourself and authentic, but whatever I'm sending out in my newsletter has to have that personal piece in order for them to click it and open it and then click on all the other links that are in there. And they're real estate related, and some weeks are heavier on real estate than others, but that personal piece is huge. It has to be me. Sometimes, if my daughter's home, I'll say to her, what do you think about this? She'll roll her eyes and I think, oh, well, she rolled her eyes. This is a good one, because the people opening it are my age group. They're not in their 20s and they'll get something out of it.
They want to know about you. I believe this to be true. They want behind the curtain. They want to know what's going on in your world and figure out a way to get that to them, whether it's on your socials or your newsletter or whatever. I love it. Thank you, Jennifer. Ricardo, good morning.
What's up, James? Hope all is well and hope all is well, everybody. Be real to all these agents, the agents that's going to be on the other side of the deal. You can be winning deals not just because you're the highest bidder, well, your buyer's the highest bidder, but because the relationship you have with the agents and that you have that win-win mindset. That's all it is. Thank you for allowing me to share.
It's really important. Thank you so much. Leah Jost, good morning.
Hello, good morning. I'm so sorry. I had no idea I even raised my hand, but here we
Well, do you
are.
have something to add? Because your hand's up.
Well, of course I do. So, on the social media stuff, I think it's so critical that you just really try to be consistent and be yourself. Like, my sister makes fun of me constantly, but I'll pop open a story and just start talking about what's going on with my day. Stay in your car. I think Mary Cheatham King told us that. Like, just literally be who you are in the camera. Don't try to be something you're not. Be funny, whoever you are, if you're like educational, whatever it is, just really try to stay true to who you are, even if your sister makes fun of you.
Yeah, well, she should make fun of you. By the way, that's what sisters are for, to make
That's
fun
right.
of you. My sister makes fun of me. But yeah, you're right. Be authentic and be you. Thank you so much. Bobby Joe, good morning.
Good morning. So for me, social media is like huge. And I actually found, as a realtor, you're busy helping clients, like, well, social media is a whole nother job in itself. And I actually found I don't know if anybody else has found it. It's called Coffee and Contracts, which it's a subscription. Haley Ingram, she actually lives in St. Pete. She creates real estate content that you're not having to think about. Like you can go, like the biggest thing is you creating an avatar that who your client is, and you are creating social media content directed to those people. So you're not having to really think heavily on what am I going to post today? Like she creates it a month in advance, and you can kind of decide on what you want to post that day. Like there's reels, there's carousels, like there's all kinds of stuff. So I really do that, and that has helped me build a brand on my social media.
Love it. You're doing a good job. Rico, you're next. Good morning.
What's going on? It's Winning Wednesday. We're gonna have a big day today. All right, so I'm actually gonna be in the summit talking about social media. So I just got two parts to it. So with social media, if somebody's just starting off or just brand new, I say just start simple and be consistent with it. I think Mr. Pozak talks about that a lot. He says that when he first started doing social media, the videos were terrible. He'll look back nowadays and be like, oh man, because now he got a whole camera crew. So you don't need to post 10 times a day. Just show up once a day with something that's real, share something that you're doing. Like, for example, if you're out showing, previewing listings, pull out the phone and do a little quick story. Hey, I'm checking out this home for my client, something like that. The second part is the biggest opportunity is, a couple people said it already, is authentic and local storytelling. So where they're moving from, if you have people coming down here, people don't really care about all that filter anymore. They want raw content that's real and that they can relate to. So that's my 2 cents on social media.
Thanks, Rico. Good luck at the summit today. I'm proud of you, man. It's good stuff. Katie Riley, good morning.
Hi, good morning, James. First time share. Sorry that mute button's a little sticky. They don't lie. I'm here in sunny Naples, Florida, and I am so loving being in this space with all of you. And my social media has really taken off. I was a special needs teacher for 16 years, and I love educating and I love teaching. And so I have used my social media platform for that. And my neighbors now walk up to me and tell me that they love my content, and they're just learning everything from me. So I am the expert, and I have used my social media to teach and also make it something that I enjoy.
That is exactly what we've been talking about. We want you to be the local market authority, which you're doing through your socials. It's bringing you leads and you like it. That's the point. Katie, if you had a pro tip to share with the people who want to make sure that they're elevating what they're doing on their socials, maybe they're looking at the pillars or the other stuff we talked about, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, use your success stories, use other people's story. I just had an escalation clause thrown in one of my listings. I've been in the business 3 years, never even seen an escalation clause, didn't even know what it was. But now people in my office think that I am the escalation queen, which I'm not, but I'm the one that's teaching people about it. So if you learn something in any of your transactions, teach your people about it. They want to know.
Katie, thank you so much. Amy, you're next. Good morning.
Yeah, everything that people have said here, and also that I think we want to jump to the happy ending. And a lot of times what people want to see is the in the middle and how we solve the problem. And I'm getting ready to make a reel about a listing that went under contract and then went back on market and then went under contract again. And it's important for people to know in Atlanta, at least, we're having a lot of transactions fall out. And so by telling the story, I can explain how I guided my seller and kept things on track. And then eventually we did close. So
let them see the process. By the way,
Yeah.
that's where you get to show off your skill set and what you do to help people. And that's the point. Now, today at noon Eastern, Inspire members, we will gather together and we're going to go through a lot deeper on this. We're going to talk about how you can educate, how you can entertain, how you can engage, and how you can provide evidence of like what Amy just talked about through your social. The idea is to bring leads in. We want to fill the pipeline full of leads on that. And then we'll review the 100 social post ideas playbook that we created for you for Inspire members that will, again, walk through all these different ways so that when there's a day, like it's great if you can plan it out a month in advance, and it's awesome if you can have it all laid out, and that is great. And then there's some days that you go, what am I going to do? Oh, well then we'll go pull the playbook out, scroll down, and then the first one you like, go post it. But there's just not every day is perfect. So we'll talk about how to do that and then build the right social media mix for you that's both engaging but also connecting with people. So that's what we'll do at noon Eastern today. Also, then at 2 o'clock today, it's Valerie Burton and me, Rules of Resilience, 2 o'clock Eastern on our Wednesday webinar. And then Pipeline Power Week continues tomorrow. Kristen Jungles leading the way tomorrow on Pipeline Power Week. So you get to hear from her. We'll see you all then. Thank you for being here. If you got your inspiration, go put in the perspiration, and we'll Inspire members will see you at noon. Everyone else tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you, James.
Thanks, James.
You got it.